Definitely, yeah. And I think something we've seen throughout the draft today is that Nico getting the respect she deserves. I will be interested to see if Milio starts getting picked a bit more, because I think it is a very strong champion, and maybe a little surprising that it hasn't been picked up more.
I think last game was one of the only games that hasn't been banned in. I think it's been banned pretty much every game, and then, I mean, out of all the teams...
Second phase though, right?
Yeah, usually it is second phase, and whereas they usually have the jungle priority on those Sejuani. So we'll see. Not banned yet. There is an Aphelios banned against Bruce, as well as Renekton, and then the Nico, as you touched on, and Vi.
I wonder if LeBlanc's going to make it through. J-Team haven't banned it yet. Maybe they're trying to force Hellpigs to ban Tristana or something first to protect the LeBlanc. Let's see. Let's pay attention to this last ban here.
You think they have to look towards it, right? Even though Pretender lost on it, and that's the only game we've had so far, it was definitely the best champion in that lineup. Okay, LeBlanc is banned. Don't want to give that over.
So Sedge is open, but Renekton and Jax are both gone.
Ooh.
Tristana first pick. That's wild. I guess it's an AD mid that could allow Godtone to play something like the Gragas.
And also, in theory, flex to AD carry as well, so... Not set in stone, but well, to be honest, we don't even really know Adiogs' champion pool at the moment. We have had one game sample size, and even that game, not really much to go off in terms of himself as an individual.
Okay, so Jace picked up. There's definitely a flex, but most likely will go into the mid lane versus Tristana. I wonder now, do you just take away that Maokai? It's probably the best AP jungler. I want to see Hellpigs pick up the Gragas. I mean, if he's good on it, I see no reason why he shouldn't pick it here. Zeri being hovered, would be very surprised to see that locked in. Yeah, I guess we'll see here. Is Godtone going to play the meta, or is he going to play what he's comfortable on? But I think the Gragas would be what I want to see.
Ooh. Oh, there was a lot of thumbs up when Lee Sin was selected. I was hoping for it.
He goes back to the meta, though, and grabs the Sejuani. Obviously, it is like probably the best pick here, right? On paper, at least. They grab the Sejuani with the Cassante, and Milio being hovered.
I don't think you want to pick Milio going into bans.
I mean, there are a few champs you can play with Milio. Like, I know Jinx Milio is good. Obviously, Lucian Milio is good. I'm sure you can play Ophelia. Oh, it's banned, actually. We'll see what ends up being paired with it, but...
I know Caitlyn Milio is thought to be good as well, but Caitlyn not the best of AD carries with the item changes.
Sure, you could probably play Cog Milio too, right?
Yeah, it could be. Definitely. Cog definitely gets a lot out of auto attack enhancements.
The Lucian banned away makes a lot of sense. I'll be interested to see what gets banned alongside it. Should be another support ban. Ooh, I'm a little surprised I'm surprised Rakan didn't get banned.
Maybe they saw ICA play Rakan yesterday, and honestly though, maybe thought not his strongest pick.
Could be. I guess maybe they could take Xayah with it, but surely Xayah Milio is not the best. Let's see though. Yeah, Jinx Milio would make a lot of sense, and I think it does do well into this comp.
Yeah, you feel like the answer will be the Xayah Rakan though, and an extremely strong lane. I believe it is what they played. No, that was actually Shun was Xayah yesterday. So maybe getting the chance to play the Xayah and Rakan will change how this bot lane looks for Hellpigs.
Now, I wonder what else they would go for. Because Kai'Sa's... Okay, they take the Nautilus. What do you play alongside it though? Varus or something? I don't want to see a Varus. I mean, ADC pool is getting smaller.
They might again look for an AP building.
Ooh, Ziggs. Okay.
Okay, I like this.
I don't like it. Okay, what's your thoughts?
Well,
Why do you like it?
I think if they are able to get somewhat of a lead or even stay even, if you ever get pressure over a lane, you just demolish towers completely. Yeah. And there is a bit of wave clear, obviously, if Gragas is picked up too, that adds to it. But if you are able to get an advantage, your team will do extremely well. And then in the 2v2 down bot, Nautilus is able to set up a lot of damage for the Ziggs. Isolated, kind of how the Leona Ziggs works as well. It's very similar. And then moreover than that, it is nice to have the ult from Nautilus to use on this Jinx, who doesn't have anyone really there to support her and help her survive.
Yeah, I can kind of see it. I just wonder if there's not enough damage to actually secure the kill. You know, a lot of the time when you're playing Ziggs comps, you're playing something like Ziggs Camille or Ziggs Vi. Or even, you know, Ziggs Nautilus is fine. It's just, do you actually have the damage to follow up on it? I guess maybe you've got the Cassante, who, despite being a tank, does put up the numbers. Honestly, though, I'm not sold on it, and I think Jinx Milio should deal pretty well with the Ziggs overall. We're going to have to see, though. I think it's definitely a different comp.
Yeah, I quite like it. I think, especially after yesterday, going for something completely different, and maybe just seeing where your strengths lie, giving Adiox himself to be that AD threat. Maybe that's where he's comfortable. Tide, I'm sure, is capable of playing Ziggs. It isn't the most difficult champion to pilot, although has some difficulties in remaining safe. It isn't so much of a worry, though. I mean, Gragas is probably the biggest threat onto the Ziggs in this game. I don't think anyone else really threatens the Ziggs, so I kind of like it. I think it's a safe pick. And again, if you are able to find yourself ahead, you will be able to snowball so hard with Tristana Ziggs on the same team.
And definitely, if you can get that first Rift Herald, could find yourself taking 2 towers in pretty short order. And I think this is a good chance for Hellpigs to kind of show what they're really made of. You know, yesterday's game, it fell apart extremely early with that level 1 ICA dying for first blood. But up against J-Team, a team that is reinvigorated, I have to feel like J-Team is the favorites. But if Hellpigs can show us a better performance, I think we could be in for a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is probably can be closer than we might think. I do think Taipei J-Team are pretty heavy favorites just based on the 1 games we've seen between them already, but I definitely think like Hellpigs in the last split, obviously they had Taco instead of Godtone, but they were taking a lot of games off teams that were, in theory, a lot better than them. I think they were the real underdog in a lot of those games, and they were pretty much the team that found the most wins unexpectedly. And so if that is carrying over with the change in the jungle and mid, then definitely a winnable game. I think I enjoy seeing a bit of change up in the draft, not just deciding to be meta slaving and sticking to what we already see, especially if you do think you are sort of the underdog. Having a different comp can just add a level of uncertainty that can give you a sort of advantage.
Can do, and I think if you are adding uncertainty that snowballs is a good way to do it, because it just means if you do manage to get, a killer here, even just by chance, it's going to allow you to take that so much further. A lot of the time you see some kind of uncharacteristic champs coming in, with very heavy scaling, but I think something like the Tristana Ziggs, while I don't like it that much in this game, I think it has potential for like a big upside, right? If you do get ahead with these champs, you can make this game, very, very fast.
Yeah, I think also both of those champions are fine to go to 40, 50 minutes as well if the game were to, so I think it's pretty rounded champions. There are clear weaknesses, but I don't know that Taipei J-Team have the champions to sort of exploit those weaknesses. Like getting onto Ziggs, he's pretty vulnerable. He will have his Zhonya's eventually, but that's really his only defense. But like, who on J-Team can get onto him? Gragas? Driver Gragas certainly could. Maokai maybe, but it'd be pretty poor out of Tide for Maokai to be able to make it to him. But anyway, we are going to now head onto the Rift, see how this looks. I have to feel like Godtone shouldn't spend a whole lot of time down in the bot lane. There is setup, but there isn't the most amount of continuous damage to follow up on the Sejuani gank. I think more so maybe look towards the mid lane here.
Definitely, yeah. I think making sure this Tristana gets ahead is very important. I think as well securing the first Herald has to be a major objective. It is fleet footwork on the Tristana as well as Comet on the Ziggs. Sometimes you go for first strike on Ziggs, but has gone for the stronger laning phase, which I think is probably good here. Probably need it up against the Jinx Milio.
Yeah, and it's our second look here at Milio, so obviously the first time was in our most previous game where it was Milio Lucian, which you have to think is the strongest Milio lane. So now seeing it paired with the Jinx, we'll have to see if it can have a similar amount of success as Woody was able to find on it.
Looks like it will be another solo start here from Lalva. Godtone, he's going to get a leech, and he's pathing towards bot, which I think probably is the correct choice. Normally, like Ziggs can be a strong side or a weak side. It's very versatile. Oh,
here we go, we're seeing it again, and that's a massive amount of damage onto Enso already. Yeah, good start here in the lane, you have to feel. IC8 taking a bit of damage himself, but should be okay.
Yeah, and I think you'll find a heavy trade with your jungler pathing towards you, especially with that Nautilus for the gank setup. As I was saying, Ziggs, he's very effective as a weak side if you need him to be. Can just wave clear a tower, but also obviously has the tools in his kit with that W to kind of speed things up, take towers. If he gets ahead, it's very oppressive to play against. And there isn't much point, I think, pathing to the top side matchup. Cassante Gragas, pretty ungankable, and also just 2 solid tanks.
Yeah, this is going to be fleet footwork out of Driver. And Driver, just being the player he is, I expect will go more of an AP-focused build.
Yeah, it's a very good Leandry's game if he goes for it.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of health. Even Ziggs builds gets a lot of health just through items that he often purchases. I wonder if he'll go tier. Obviously will slow down his sort of power, but adds a lot more survivability as well as sustained damage as the game progresses.
Both junglers now crossing onto that bot side. I think whichever jungler gets to bot first, it's going to be able to impact it quite a lot. HP bar on Bruce is pretty low, but he is pushed up very far to the tower. I say he might look for something in the 2v2 here. I think if a hook hits, the trade should be good.
Yeah,
Ooh, they have sweeper.
Low.
Yeah, so normally you don't go sweeper, I think, versus range, but they sweep the ward.
Okay, Godtone might have a nice angle here. ICA is going to have to land the hook, although he does. He manages to land it, and nice satchel to get Enso back into the team. Flash will be used. Nice flash by Godtone. Doesn't quite hit Enso, though. Enso 1 HP. Can Godtone get it? Doesn't look like it. Now Lalva finds with the twisted advance. This has now turned into a disaster. Bruce flashing forward, gets another reset. ICA likely to go down too. How long on that snare is not going to be up in time, and maybe just a slight mechanical misplay there out of Godtone. Doesn't secure the kill and results in disaster.
Yeah, very, very sad there for Hellpigs. That was honestly a really good play at the start. I think they should have been able to kill Enso and get out, but unfortunately he lives with just a sliver of HP. As we'll get a replay on it. I think initially this is very, very smart. I think this is probably pre-planned given that Nautilus has the sweeper. They set up this gang very nicely. I think here it's probably better to flash on Bruce, flash auto, than it is to hook onto Enso. But either way, they've committed to killing Enso. I think at this point, yeah, unfortunately misses the Q, and then they're unable to get this kill for so long. In fact, they don't even get the kill at all. And then that just allows us to be cleaned up. So I think, you know, both the mechanical and a decision-making misplay from the side of Hellpigs turns what was a very good play into just an unmitigated disaster.
Yeah, it was very close, and it's good to see the proactivity out of them. Even though it does slightly go awry, I think it's nice to see that they are still willing to take these risky plays. And again, one or two things go slightly different, and we probably have a different game on our hands already. But as it stands, 900 gold, sorry, in favor of J-Team. It is Bruce picking himself up a kill and an assist.
Ooh, heavy trades coming out in mid lane. Minji with the phase rush can disengage before Tristana can stack up the bomb. Godtone, he's looking for something in the top jungle. He just drops a ward. I don't think there's anything he can do mid. Should just go to his top side.
I think both mids should be fairly happy at the current way the lane's going. Obviously, Adiog's a little bit lower, but has far more mana left than the Jace. Bot lane could become a talking point, though. Again, I think even though the game is how it is right now, if you are able to secure that first Rift Herald, really changes a lot.
Vamp Scepter for the Tristana. We've seen this a couple times into the Jace. You can even just go Vamp Scepter and not upgrade it until your second or third item. Just allows you to kind of lane a lot better, especially with the fleet footwork as well. Just has a lot of sustain. And I think it is going to be difficult for Hellpigs to contest that first Herald, but at the same time, they really need it. Lost Chapter picked up for Driver, so we'll be going an AP build. Remains to be seen which one.
Oh, Adiogs.
I think he's fine. Has that vision that he can retreat to if need be.
Puts up the J-Team emote.
I was going to say, he has the J-Team emote. I respect that.
Is it a respectful one, or is it a disrespectful J-Team emote?
I think it's disrespectful.
Yeah, I think generally if you've got the other team's emote, it's not there for good purposes.
Also, even with the phase rush, bomb is fully stacked. Trade ends up being better for Adiog, especially because he has a lot more sustain than Minji does. And with that Vamp Scepter, it's going to be able to stay in lane for a very long time. Minji, you know, starting to struggle here. I think we saw this matchup, I want to say, one more time already. And it was going pretty well for the Jace, but not the same here. Ooh, hook lands.
Oh, hook will land now onto Enso. No mana left on Tide though, so really won't be much follow-up. Godtone coming around. But again, there is no damage that can really come out of this Zig, so... Another problem with dying that early on is you had to commit the teleport just to get back to base to start farming again. And with no mana and no teleport available, it should mean that J-Team can pretty comfortably secure first Dragon. It is a bit later than we've seen previously in the day, but still 7 minutes 30 isn't that terrible.
Yeah, pretty early, and I think it's still early enough that they can swap to topside and contest the Herald. Definitely don't want to give that Herald over for free, although recalls are coming in fairly late. ICA is going to path out mid, and I think he's going to try set up for that Herald.
Yeah, how important do J-Team think it is, though? They are looking like they're committing Bruce to it as well. Now, they might get this Herald, but even without the Herald, Ziggs and Ziggs' passive will be able to secure himself a couple of plates in any case. So it can be just as dangerous to commit everything up here.
That is true. I think you probably just bring your support. I think Bruce should probably go back bot, but either way, he's here. They really want to make sure it's guaranteed. He's just going to show some presence here. Menji needs to reset, though. I'm not sure he can stay. Yeah, so at least for now, Herald won't even be looked at. In fact, I'd say the tempo is probably better for Hellpigs, who, you know, didn't invest their AD into going mid.
Yeah, Adiox cancels the back on Jace as well.
Wow, yeah, I think this is looking better and better for Hellpigs, at least for now. They have a lot of choices here. They can bring the support up for Herald, or alternatively, they could try dive Bruce with Enzo showing mid. Looks like ICA is going to start walking up. Oh, trades in topside. Driver's looking good.
Okay, what can be found here, though? It is Lalva coming up. Taco's trying to go aggressive, and with this all out, can maybe find a lot of damage here. Flashes away, Nature's Grasp, does go unstoppable. He's getting himself out. Smite used, is going to be able to be found. Now, Goldtone trying to trade it back. Adiox has the first rotation up here. Is trying to do damage for now. I don't think he gets a kill, but maybe with the fact there is not much mana on Lalva, as well as the priority on mid from Adiox originally, might still be able to maintain pressure around this Herald.
Yeah. Is maybe going to look to start up here. The plate was lost on mid. Both ADCs just farming bot in the meantime. Goldtone starts this up, and I don't think he's allowed to do this, but we're going to see.
Lalva hasn't gone back, and oh my god, Bruce is so low.
He has flash.
Yeah, flash available, has used the ult though. Okay, well, Bruce is going to have to back, and even if they don't get this Herald now, Ziggs will find a lot of damage here on the bot side.
He will, yeah. Should be able to get, I think, at least a couple plates for himself. And Goldtone was pushed off that Herald. But yeah, Tide, he's going to gobble these up. Even has a TP, so isn't worried about.
Yeah, look at the damage he's able to do.
Yeah, I think it should be 2 plates. He's got a cannon wave coming as well.
Yeah, how quick is he able to clear this one out? Actually, resets from J-Team headed towards bot lane. Enzo headed down there. As soon as he's seen, there is the option for Goldtone to start up this Rift Herald. They will have an advantage. Tide also does have teleport available now.
Yeah, I think Tide should probably just reset, walk to bot, but hold his TP. If they try and fight this, Tide can TP up and even just ult bot after if he has to. There's a lot of interesting stuff we can do here with the Ziggs macro. This is being started. TP comes mid from the Ziggs.
Yeah, making sure to get that mid pressure. He will be able to get there, and Bruce again on the Jinx is able to probably pick up a few of his own plates, being how fast he attacks. But it is Rift Herald now going over to Hellpigs. That can be massive for their team.
Yeah, I think now Tide should probably just ult that bot wave. Shut down any chance of getting plates here. Yeah.
Yep, it's going to do it. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
It is 1 plate picked up by Bruce, but securing that Rift Herald extremely important. I have to see where it ends up going. I feel like...
Oh, Adiox getting aggressive here. Phase Rush going to help. Glacial Prison lands. Goldtone trying to show he's a god Sejuani, but not enough follow-up.
Yeah, I think just didn't have the damage. Maybe Adiox could have flashed. I think even if they proc the bomb, probably wouldn't get the kill. Now, as for where you put this Herald, I think you probably put it bot just so you can allow your Ziggs to start moving around. You could place it mid, but it's still going to be a while before you can finish it off. I think if you can break bot, get Ziggs to come mid, you can potentially take both towers before 14 minutes, which would be a lot of gold.
Well, Adiox again going aggressive. This phase rush, though, just means Minji really coming out better in these trades. And now Lalva being here, flash committed.
Yeah,
nice respectful there. Oh, Enzo.
It's very low.
Yeah, it's Bruce trying to trade it back, though. There is no ult for Ziggs again, but nice catch. Tide's actually landing so many of these bombs onto the bot lane of J-Team and finding himself some nice positions.
And it's the Ghost Blade, now picked up by Minji's Jace, who's extremely spiked. And it's going to be difficult, I think, to actually get this Herald onto bot, because mid-priority definitely favors Minji at this point, now that he's got his Ghost Blade completed. And if you take a look at the bot river, it's definitely favored for J-Team. So I'm not sure if Godtone's going to find the angle to use the Herald. Maybe he's going to use it mid instead. Yeah, looks like he's going to.
Do you think maybe he should have used it there as soon as they knew Enzo had to recall?
I don't think so. I think he probably should have gone mid first before and then kind of walked bot with Adiogs and four-manned it, but it's tough. I mean, you don't have a lot of vision. You don't have a lot of options. Looks like instead, yeah, he's going to his top side. Maybe use... I think here, maybe they could have lane swapped, given the dragon, put Zig's top and take the tower. I'm not sure. I think there's some interesting stuff the Hellpigs could have done here. I'm not sure the way they're playing it out is optimal. This dragon should go the way of J-Team. They're going to drop the Herald mid, but I don't think this is going to crash.
I don't know that this is the play, but they have done it. It's just, yeah, wow, weird play. I mean, it is going to crash, so that is one positive, but all the gold will be going to Godtone, who is exactly who you don't want it to go on.
Yeah, I don't know if they win this fight, do they? They've got IC8 in the river. They're taking a lot of damage on the way out. I think they're okay. Nature's Grasp has been used already. They're just going to try and escort Adiogs out. He is being chased, though.
Hyde is in danger here, but the Glacial Prison will land down to Lava, who is extremely low. It's going to be Adiogs picking up that kill. The kite back, though, there is a lot of poke coming out of Minji, and Adiog's so low, Tide is very low, but the target is going to be Bruce. He's going to flash, he's going to ghost. The super explosive rocket almost kills Godtone. He's 1 HP. He does eventually go down. Everyone else is also very, very low.
Oh, Minji.
They do get away with it, but Minji on this Jace can snipe people.
Oh, they're so low.
Oh my goodness. Everyone surviving just barely, but with the health bars as they are, maybe can be tower going down now to Bruce on this Jinx.
Yeah, where's the Karth Assault when you need it? That is going to be able to grab this bot tower. And it looks like Driver, he grabs the Everfrost. But overall, I mean, again, it's a fight that starts off pretty well for Hellpigs, and unfortunately, they just kind of reach for a bit too much, and really comes back to bite them. And I really don't think the way they used the Herald was the best. Need to get more out of this Ziggs early game. We're going to replay of it, so I think, you know, Hellpigs, they're escaping from the river. Lava's walking up way too far. In the meantime, Tide and Bruce fight on the side. And I think if Hellpigs are just, you know, they either turn onto the Jinx quicker, because they spent a long time chasing river, or they could just leave. But ultimately, they kind of don't choose either and kind of mis-execute onto Bruce as well. And that just allows them the opportunity to chase them all down. Very lucky, I think, for them that they all managed to live, other than Godzone, on those extremely low health bars. Could have very easily just been a 4 for none.
Godzone does not look impressed. I hope he's not flaming.
He had emotional, what was it? Emotional management. Now, Adiogs, he gets solo killed by Driver in the bot lane. I guess he got Everfrost comboed or something. Oh, Minji.
Yeah, okay, Minji now getting targeted. That's going to be a really nice ult there from Zig. Should be him picking it up. Actually, IC8 with the auto attack will find it. Oh, actually, Bruce going down now too. Cassante, 4,700 health, 320 armor.
What is that champ? I mean, he's full tank and somehow he killed Bruce even though Enzo was right next to him. Oh, Tide got mid-tower.
Yeah, Tide should be dead now. That is a flash. Twisted advance. 3rd kill now found for Driver. This fight's everywhere. Not sure who's coming out the victor here. It looks like IC8 might be next to go down. Oh, nice channel there. He's going to find it. And now Godtone is the next target. Definitely in favor of J-Team at this point.
Wow. Driver's just running this game over right now. In fact, both top laners just got themselves some kills. Driver got a few more. We're going to replay on what happened to Adiogs. So I'm not sure what would have happened. I mean, did he just get...
Oh my. Oh my.
I mean, look, it was a good combo from Driver, but I'm also not sure what Adiogs was up to. Because he thought he was a bit stronger than he was, and unfortunately Driver, you know, very accelerated. You know, took him out without too much trouble. Now it is 3rd dragon already in only a minute and a half. We kind of haven't paid too much attention to the dragons because a lot of it has been about their Herald. The Hellpigs, they haven't really used the strength of Tristana or Ziggs just yet. We'll have to see how they do in the team fights though. 2 items on Driver already.
That is a very, very scary Gragas. Maybe the best Gragas player in the game.
Okay, replay on top side. So Taco somehow gets a kill with 3 J-Team members around. Let's see. I guess he gets Bruce on the tower and he takes aggro or something? Let's see. Okay, so he just flashes on him and one-shots him? Is that what happened? I love this champion.
Yeah. Does manage to just find it. You feel like Enzo would have died too if his W was still up. Okay, they find themselves another Herald.
Oh, but they're giving up a lot mid for, and Adiogs, he's maybe in a bit of trouble down bot. I think they lost the tower mid and maybe took some damage on the second. Yeah, I don't think that Herald was worth it. I mean, mid tower's already down. Hellpigs, they're going to try chase, but it's difficult to chase into the bot jungle. I think J-Team definitely have the better position here.
Yeah, and it is... Oh, teleport coming through. It is 5 strong for both teams, and they have the...
They're just going to run it down with Tristana.
Is it time to just push it and end?
I think it is.
Okay, ICA going to block out that Nature's Grasp, as well as the Shock Blast, importantly. There is 1 or 2 minions, as well as the Rift Herald, can be used. They will be able to take towers extremely fast. I feel like Godtone should just go and put down... Just give the Dragon, I feel.
Yeah, they could probably get an inhib if they just ran it down mid right now.
Yeah, I think that is the better play. Or even just put the Herald down and let Ziggs deal with the wave.
Ooh, really nice flank from Driver.
Yeah, Driver going to find a lot of damage onto Godtone. Now, Dragon almost dead, but it's Adios trying to find something. Driver flashes away. The Tristana Insect will not land. In fact, it's Driver who's finding so much damage. He's going to solo kill 1v2. Now, nothing else can really come. I think that was really, really poorly played by Hellpigs. I think they just need to run down mid, put down the Herald, and just lose the Dragon.
Yeah, definitely don't think the macro around the Ziggs has been the best. And unfortunately, for the side of Hellpigs, their Driver, he just runs rings around him, literally with the phase rush. Now, onto this bot tier 2. They have a Jinx, so can take towers pretty quick in their own right. I'm not sure they can actually get damage on this with Taco here, but maybe they can look for a little bit of chunk. Looks like they will just back off safely. Ooh. Oh no.
Oh no.
That was bad timing. I think that Jinx might be in trouble, but let's see. So Driver, he's got a great flank. I think it would be better.
Oh, there we go, down the bottom left. I'm more interested in the...
Okay, well,
Looks
Jinx
like
got out. But yeah, Adiogs, he goes for the Insect. Driver, he plays around it well, but look how many cooldowns have been wasted over here on the side to not even kill Driver. He's only on half HP, and he buys so much time. I mean, Driver... He plays this so well, or maybe Hellpigs just play it so poorly, I'm not too sure. And back to live, Driver, he's taking
himself
names.
Another maybe.
Ooh. Taco, he just barely got out.
Yeah, I'm pretty perplexed. You had 2 Rift Heralds with a Ziggs on your team, and neither of them have gone to that Ziggs. I know Tristana takes towers pretty quick, but in the isolated 1v1 against Jace, you can't really get to the towers as soon as he finished that Youmu's.
Yeah, I think there's potential for like lane swaps and stuff after you pick up the Herald with the Ziggs as well, and we didn't see any of those. Instead, it feels like Hellpigs are kind of just playing a standard 5v5, even though this isn't really what their comp is good at. You know, this comp wants to accelerate, wants to pull the enemy team around the map. They haven't really looked for any of that. Now, maybe controlling this Baron vision. Godtone, he should not be here.
Godtone again being caught out. He's going to go down likely. Aftershock keeping him alive for just a little bit longer. But yes, he will be found. It's now attention towards this Baron. It might not be that easy for them to take. It depends how well Driver can mark the Ziggs particularly.
Ooh, TP's coming in. I think J-Team should just turn and kill them.
Yeah, I think you can't sit here and do it. Ziggs will be able to do a fair amount of damage, although they have almost taken it. They found it, they're turning, that is 1 kill found, Adiogs is down, IC8's down, Taco's next. He is going down very slowly, but now it's just tied. He cannot do anything. It's 4th found, Baron as well for J-Team, and I don't think this game's got much more in it.
Yeah. Hellpigs massacred there by J-Team. J-Team managed to not only turn the fight around and kill them, but got the Baron as well. Literally everything they were after, and this all started from Godtone just being way too far up in the river, kind of had no business being where he was. Drops the Herald to bot lane. And that tier 1 bot tower is still standing for J-Team. Really a reflection of just what's happened, right? We haven't put anything towards helping the Ziggs accelerate, and you're really paying for it now.
Yeah, it looks like it will be this top inhib turret getting extremely low, but Ziggs able to clear the wave for now. I think J-Team are able to just stay here, push in this next wave, claim that tower, probably claim the inhib. Mid tower almost down as well. Yeah, Bruce will get this. He'll also get a reset with it. Taco a bit too tanky for now, though. It is going to be Godtone actually looking onto Lava, which will be immediately cleansed by that Milio. Turn around Nature's Grasp. Godtone going to go down again. Found out of position as Driver's on the flank. As Jinx with the triple. Is he going to go for the penta? Taco is so fast. It's not going to be the penta. It is the triple for now. Inhibs are going down 2. It's 2 versus 5. Ziggs might be able to delay their game, but this game is certainly going to go to J-Team.
Does look like it. 22 minutes in, there really is no way for Hellpigs to clear this out. They have a Ziggs, but he has no ult. Lacking in the mana as well. And against those Baron creeps, it's just so difficult. Turn 1 is about to fall.
That's another reset given here to Bruce, who should be able to turn his attention towards this second tower. Although Respawn's coming in, it's Taco going in first, looks for Bruce, followed by the death charge, but no damage can come through. Tide not in a position to land any. It's going to be IC8 going down again. That tower will be also found now as Bruce continues on. Driver finds one. Bruce looking for Taco or Tide. On the other side, though, Driver claims his second. It's going to be Adiox going down yet again, and J-Team will take the game in 23 minutes.
23 minutes and 4 kills to 20 there. I mean, it really just was Type A J-Team pretty much taking it to him start to finish, right? A shellacking, you might even say. And Hellpigs, I mean, that early bot skirmish, if they played it a little better, could have had a very different game. But despite that, I think the macro was very subpar.
Yeah, honestly, it felt to me, even though that one mistake down bot early, obviously that mattered. But I think once they got the Herald, they had a real opportunity to be able to sort of turn it around. They could have possibly just either role swapped, as you mentioned in the game, to put the Ziggs up top, or even just forced with the Sejuani, because they will have the wave clear advantage having the Ziggs. Didn't look for it. They put it mid. It crashed, but didn't really do anything except give God Tone some gold, which on the Sejuani, definitely not what you want. They even lost Dragon for it at the time, and then even the second Herald, I feel like you can give the third Dragon. Obviously, you don't want to, but if you're going to get 2, maybe 3 towers, maybe even an inhib with the speed at which Tristana and Ziggs can take those objectives with a Herald, definitely worth it.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I think early game especially, there's so much you can do in that first 14 minutes to, really accelerate hard, pull the team around the map. There's just a lot of creative stuff you can do with the Ziggs and Tristana. And we just didn't see any of that. Like, there was a lot of stuff that could be done, and I think any of them would have been good, but they really just played a completely stock standard game, which I don't think is how Ziggs wants to play. Like, you can play Ziggs as just like a sit back and scale champ, and he's fine at that, but there are better champions for doing that, right? And I think if you are picking the Ziggs, it's so you can, get the ball rolling early and then scale into a game from like an ahead game state, right?